What's up, guys? Holding Hands with you here, bringing you My Hero Academia review, Boku no Hero, Chapter 202, title Third Set. Just continue where I left off last chapter with Tokiyama and his group recovering from their loss, and everyone was getting basically recuperated. And Mushroom Girl had told Tokiyami to drink a lot of water to wash out his throat and stuff. And sorry about the infection, and he was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And we found out that the third match is going on real quick, which is why the chapter's called Third Set. And basically it's Class B team, which is Yazu, Pony Girl, Sin, and Katetsu, the guy with the metal quirk. There's those four versus Class A. And Class A is Ida, Todoroki, dude who can manipulate his arms, and the guy with the tail quirk. So it's those four versus those four, as you see in the thumbnail. And before the match began, Tokiyama went up to Todoroki and told him something along the lines of, since our predecessors are the number 1 and 2 hero, we have to take up their mantle and be better than them, or something. They didn't say that for word, but that was basically the point he was trying to make to Todoroki. And when he's speaking, Todoroki's thinking about his flashback of him getting beat up by his dad when they're having training and stuff. And he starts, we see in the flashback that Endeavor tells him, you need to learn this move. This is going to be a signature move, or trump card, depending on which version you're reading. But he tells him that, and Todoroki's like, he's like, sure, whatever, thanks. And him and his team go into battle. And his team noticed that he's like, his facial expression, Ida noticed that his facial expression was different than usual. And the other person with the tail quirk was like, oh, I couldn't notice that. And Ida was like, well, I have to notice. I'm the, I'm not the body president, but he's the class rep. So he has to notice things like that. And it's just funny because, he's all happy and super energetic and excited. But Todoroki, on the other hand, just is melancholiness, like he's like too calm. So it's just funny seeing their interaction with each other and stuff. But yeah, everything was pretty cool between them, so forth. And it was great seeing it, like the way they interact with each other. Like Todoroki's not the stuck-up kid that he used to be in part 1. Like he's getting more used to his classmates and whatever. And also we had this funny moment with Bakugo and All Might and Deku, where All Might takes Deku to the corner and they start speaking, right, one-on-one. And everyone is like, ooh, they're pretty close. And, people are trying to, hear, but they really can't hear what they're speaking. And then Bakugo goes up and like, yo, what you talking about? Talking about one fall? What happened? And it was just funny, because then Deku told him about it, and then he goes in Deku's face. He said, didn't you say you can make this quirk your own? Hurry up. I'm going to still beat you. And then you see, this happy face on, Deku's face. And, his eyes are just glowing with, more passion. And Bakugo's getting upset, saying, stop it, I'm telling you, you're doing that. Cause he's taking the criticism as, as a word for hope instead of, discouragement. So it's that's pissing off Bakugo. And just seeing that was funny. But we get back to the fight, and basically, where the squads are preparing their attacks and see how their strategy is going to work out, and coming up with strategies, Katetsu from Class B decides to say, nah, we don't need a plan. We're going to make this straightforward. And he just starts destroying stuff while calling them, Class A out. And then you have Todoroki saying, I guess they want to make this a one-on-one, not a one-on-one, but a versus 4-on-4 battle, real quick, just head on, approach. And that's where the chapter ends, and we get the bad news that we're going to be on break next week. So no break and no chapter next week, guys, so sorry about that now. But that was basically the end of the chapter. Like I said in my other review for Black Clover, these chapters this week have been super short. We had 11 for Black Clover, I think 13 or 14 for My Hero Academia. Then we had that special short afterwards of the chick with the pink hair from the Gadget Squad, or Support Squad. And then for Dr. Stone, we only had 15. So it's just weird. All the chapters this week have been super slow, except for Black Clover and One Piece. One Piece and Hunter x Hunter. But Hunter x Hunter is expected to be long, all the dialogue and stuff, and One Piece on break. So, but yeah, guys, this was a really great chapter. I mean, it was just a setup chapter, but it was set up pretty well. And seeing Katetsu, who's made of metal, go up in the battlefield first, I want to know what Todoroki's going to do, because if you know he's fire, but can his fire burn metal? And are we going to see that technique that, you know, his dad told him about in his flashback? And also that technique, is that technique that his father was telling him in the flashback, is that the technique that Endeavor used a couple of chapters ago when he was fighting that special Namu, whose muscular body as a component for it? I believe it was known as Plus Ultra Prominence Sun. I believe that was the name of the move he used against that guy and beat him. Is that the move we're going to see Todoroki use? Because that's a pretty OP move. Like, it's literally like a piece of the sun shooting at you in the beam. So, but yeah, can't wait to see what Todoroki's going to do. Can't wait to see what Ida's going to do. You know, he inherited his brother's will and his helmet, so, and we know Ida has got a really powerful quirk when it comes to like speed and power, so. And I can't wait to see the development on the guy who has multiple hands, because we know his physical strength was outrageous. And the guy with the tail, people like to joke on him, but his martial arts skills are pretty deadly, so. And with that tail as being an extra like arm/leg, I can see him pulling some Apom stuff. Apom the Pokemon, if you don't know. So, but just can't wait for next, not next week, because we're in next week chapter. I don't believe we're on break, but we shouldn't be. You know, are we? Yeah, I'm sorry. We're on break next week. I meant the following week. So, can't wait to see what go down, but tell me your thoughts, comments, and opinions. Tell me what you thought about this chapter. Share with your family and friends. Please like, comment, and share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.